This is our dedicated sports car. It's simple, pure energy, it's a hunter. It has a flick in the tail and the lowest nose we've ever produced. If the DB11 is a samurai sword, this is a scalpel. That's design director Marek Reichman giving us a hands-on intro to the new Aston Martin Vantage. He's fully spooled up now. Arms flying everywhere, his language getting more designs speak by the second. I've pressed the pause button here. On his sword, scalpel analogy. Not to point and laugh at some marketing guff, but because in truth it's rather key. We are witnessing the rebirth of a company. One that's emerging from a decade where its products overlapped and leaked into one another like layers on a substandard trifle. Shored up with new money and new management. There's now an ambitious plan in place that, should it work, will deliver 7 new standalone models. One every 9 months. Between now and 2021, and that's not counting derivatives and cherries like the Valkyrie and continuation DB4 GTs. The first of these 7 pillars is the DB11. The Vantage is number 2, followed by new Vanquish, DBX, a mid-engine supercar, Lagonda 1 and Lagonda 2. In that order. Success hinges on differentiation, creating clear daylight between each pillar. And that's precisely what's happening here. Seen any DB11s painted in radioactive lime recently? Didn't think so. And the Vantage's official launch color is just the beginning of the changes that make this the Aston for people who enjoy the art of driving fast. The bonded and riveted aluminium structure is, of course, descended from the DB11. Everything from the A-pillar forward is carried over untouched. New crash structures are prohibitively expensive to develop. But 70% of the components are unique. A 280mm reduction in length is down to lopping out a section where the rear seats would be. While, unlike the plusher DB11, the rear axle subassembly ditches any rubber bushing and is solid mounted to the chassis, sacrificing some refinement for more immediate reactions. At 1,530 kilograms dry, it's 170 kilograms lighter than a DB11, but, to be fair, that's not saying much. More telling is that it's a few kilos heavier than a 4WD Porsche 911 Turbo. Porsche quotes 1,595 kilograms, but that's with all its fluids on board, which weigh well over 100 kilograms. Expect the curb weight to lighten up a bit in a year's time, though. That's when you'll have the option of substituting the 8-speed ZF Auto available from launch with a manual. Happy days. The engine? We know it well. But that doesn't make an AMG-sourced 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8. Recalibrated by Aston to produce 503 bhp and 505 pounds-feet of torque any less titillating. Claimed performance 0 to 62 miles per hour in 3.6 seconds and 195 miles per hour flat out, is nudging supercar country. But then so too is the starting price of £120,900. For £20,000 more, you can have a Mercedes-AMG GTR. Fortunately, the Vantage's chassis game is strong. Double wishbone suspension at the front and multi-link at the rear is familiar stuff. As are the adjustable dampers all round as standard and torque vectoring by braking. But this is the first Aston to feature a new e-diff that trumps a purely mechanical LSD. Aston says by going from fully open to 100% locked in just a few milliseconds. There's also new bespoke Pirelli P0s, and 3 driving modes. Sport, Sport Plus, and Track. That gradually ramp up the damping, throttle response, e-diff, torque vectoring, steering weight, electromechanical 2.4 turns lock-to-lock, and racket from the exhausts while slackening off the stability control. There is much technology at work. Then. But this is also the first Aston to be completely set up by their ex-Lotus ride and handling chief, Matt Becker, and it's his kind of car. The DB11 he tidied up, filed the edges. Here, he was given carte blanche and a dream package to work with. Matt, we're expecting big things.